Power of attorney is a written document in most of the state giving the patient's desires if he is unable to take a decision when because he has lost his ability to recognize and give the valid decision-making power he has not able to do. He should retain somebody that patient has talked to and has given the permission to that person who will be carrying on that healthcare POA. If you don't have a power of attorney, you do not know what your wishes were when you were fully able to make the decisions, and maybe you have not discussed with the family, and there is a certain system of healthcare. When you get into the system without a POA, things are done to maximize the amount of recovery and to maximize the lifespan. And maybe it is a lifespan in a vegetative state that you may not want to live another year with no brain power. You should be able to select somebody who is reliable, who is very close to you, who knows your personally, and you can trust them and you can depend upon them. You should tell them, in the case of losing the ability to make a rational decision by myself, this is the kind of things I want to be done, and I'm going to put it in some form of a paper or even a video message or some form so that you can look at it and some of the healthcare facility people can look at it and try to implement my request. The power of attorney will define what is the extent of the healthcare that you want to provide. Is it how aggressive you want to be? Do you want to be every time the heart stops, you want to be resuscitated, you want to be intubated, or sometimes you can even ask for do not re-intubate. First time something happens, it's okay to intubate, you get over it. But if I'm so sick that I'm getting intubated, I don't want to re-intubate. Or you can also refuse that in a stage where your life is at the end stage and you can request some palliative care, just keep me with no pain. You can request that I don't want to be fed artificially through tubes and gastrostomies. I don't want to be artificially prolonged with antibiotics. I don't want antibiotics if the infection is septic and is unable to be recovered. I don't want to keep on continuing antibiotics. The only thing that power of attorney will be unable to do is if you are requesting some form of euthanasia, that you will be refused. You should have a document created with the power of attorney with all your address and all the individual certification that you have, and whoever is going to take that place, their name, their addresses, how they are related to you. And there are actually forms that are available at the hospitals, or sometimes some of the attorneys also carry those forms, so to make it easier to fill up those forms and make it more legal. You give the first time and it's in your record. Same thing when you go to the hospital the first time, it will be in the record in the hospital that you normally visit. But if you are planning to be out of state, you are going, maybe not a bad idea to keep it with you. As long as you have the ability mentally to make the decision, you can always change the content of the power of attorney and also whoever the recipient is going to be working for you. Sometimes when you are in the hospital, you have a constant exposure to the nursing staff who sees you 24 hours a day the last 2-3 days. They can assess you very well what your cognitive abilities are, what you're able to understand, what you're not able to understand. And your family member who lives with you most of the time, they can easily pick up on those things. Beyond that, sometimes a neurologist assistance may be needed to determine that cognitive ability with the combination, but if it is so subtle that cannot be picked up, but somebody is suggesting it does have, so maybe a combination of a psychiatrist and a neurologist help may be needed.